fantastic morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the Iris Fernandez book launch and upcoming title, Perseverance, The Bridge to a Latina Mother's Dream. We're excited to be launching this book here at RMPS Studio, a publishing company that focuses on publishing extraordinary stories and talent. Iris Fernandez is a resilient figure, a single mother who navigated the challenges of the 1980s while pursuing a nursing education. Her career path spans from a staff nurse in New York City, key roles in healthcare and nursing informatics, prioritizing the Latino community's health needs. A Columbia University graduate with a master's in nursing informatics, Iris mentored at premier magnet hospitals for 15 years. Upon retiring in 2020, she delved into writing, amplifying women's voices as a co-author in the Latinas 100 anthology and contributed in the Hispanic Stars Rising. Beyond her professional pursuits, Iris advocates against domestic violence and supports animal welfare causes. She enjoys veganizing traditional dishes and finds joy in the culinary arts. It is a great honor to have been able to publish such an extraordinary woman, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because it has been a thrill to be able to connect with her almost every week. Not almost every week, but we were pretty close. She's an extraordinary author here on RMPS Studio, so join me in celebrating Iris Fernandez's great accomplishment. Congratulations. Thank you for being brave enough to publish a memoir. And really, it's the first part of a memoir. I know that most of you on the call at some point did receive the ARC, which is the advanced reader's copy. So you could, check out her story and read some of it if you got a chance to read a couple of chapters, or just glance through it or review it. We would love to hear your input. We would love to hear any words that you have for Iris. And as soon as
this meeting is being recorded.
As soon as we hear from Iris herself, and I encourage everyone to participate, we will do round circle, and let's go ahead and give it away to Iris Fernandez. How are you feeling today with your big day?
I am so blessed. I am so happy, so excited. Wow. What can I say?
Yeah, it's a big deal. It is a big deal. And we have a lot of authors on the call that can attest to.
Dr. Pauline, hi.
Yes, Dr. Pauline, Mervis.
Dr. Pauline, hi. Iris, take it all in, Mama. Take it all in. It's exciting.
Yeah. The first book is always a very intimate realization, I suppose, because I remember when I published my first book years ago, almost 10 years ago, and there was not a lot of social media back then. There was no book launch, and it's a big deal. So take it in, take a moment if you need to. And why don't we go ahead and start with a roundtable?
Who wants to start? Oh my God. Hi, Ernestine. Thank you. Cool.
So we'll go ahead.
I'll start. I'll go ahead and start, and because I'm my mom's biggest fan, and obviously she's getting a little choked up, which you have every reason to. You're an amazing person, and I'm not saying this as a biased statement because I'm your daughter and I love you so much. It's just you. You do so much. You're my friend's mom. I mean, look at how many of my close friends are on this call for you, because you are the people's mom, okay? You are that strong, successful woman, and I look up to you constantly. You are amazing, and I thank you for all that you have done to help me become who I am and to become successful. You're the bomb, Mom. Love you.
Yes.
Now get it together. Let's go.
Thank you, Tania, for sharing that. So I want to reiterate that there's so much courage that comes with writing your first book, in particular when it's a memoir. And I know Mervis can attest to this because I remember reading her book years back, and her book changed me. Her book changed me, like Edie's book changed me when I read it, because there was a lot of things, although I knew her through the Latinas 100 program, and she had done an essay. When you delve deep into a full book, you find out the intricacies of a person's intimate life, and you really get to know them at a much deeper level. And she's quite amazing. She was pioneering things. in New York before there was any Latinas pioneering. anything. And she was the only one. She was, for the most part, the only Latina doing what she was doing at the time. And I'm, as you read your book, her book, and as you, because most of you guys have the arc, you'll see that that's the defining thread among her story, that she was pioneering when, and really paved the way. And to honor her today, I want to thank you, Edie, because you pioneered the way for somebody like me, as you were building the rails back then on your own with no other support with Latinas. And then so you were opening the roads for, the younger generation to feel comfortable and to say, oh, well, if Edie's did it and she was able to, get her degree at a prestigious university and she was able to accomplish all these things, then someone like me could come along and say, si se puede. Of course she did it, I could do it too, because we need to see mirrors of who we are, along this life, as you all know. So who else would like to chime in?
I want to go. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Whoever that was, go ahead.
Sorry. My name is Luz Mack. I've met Edie through the group. Adriana, thank you for creating this space for all Latinas to know each other and find their long lost family on Facebook. So we are more than just writers, we're family through Facebook. I just want to say I had like la dicha, la bendición de abrazar a Iris personally. Yes. In Bay Plaza Mall. I've been writing children's books because I have a deep secret I'm going to share. Edie's book touched me from the first page because I always wanted to write a memoir y no tenía el coraje to talk about being a single mother. And the way she did it from the opening page, I was like, wow, this woman came to support me, a little old children's book writer. And here she is, putting her heart on these pages and showing me you got more to write. So thank you, Edie. I appreciate you. I applaud you. I think.
Thank you, Luz. Thank you so much.
It goes without saying, the journey of a writer, it doesn't start by just writing the book. It's by having the thought that we want to write a book and loving your tonteras before they become a book. And a lot of people don't understand that. They think you become a writer when the book is published. No, que vaina. You're a writer because you say you're a writer, so thank you for being you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, that was lovely. I love that. Yeah. Luz, I think you're on your 20th book, aren't you?
I am, and I have an agent now, which is a blessing and a curse, because el desgraciado me hace parir la misma historia 30 veces. So you have an agent. They want to see the book written in 30 different forms, and that's the craft of writing. Yeah. And I had the opportunity to write with some writers from Netflix recently. So I want to tell you that it all starts with you thinking it. I don't want you to think it's just because you published a book. And there's something I will want to say about the whiteness of the industry, because we have to be honest. There's a lot of predatory behavior about accepting diverse stories, and that's us as Latinas, us as marginalized communities. But it doesn't mean just because you don't see those people reading your books that it's not worthy of being read, that it's not worthy of being on a bookshelf. And I talk with transparency only because when you're submitting your book to the bigger audiences, they're not going to be you. And it doesn't matter. Just remember the coffee table or la lechonera that you went to eat and write your story at first. Mm-hmm. That's who you're writing for, because those are the people that we need to reach, just because a publisher or someone that's in the high roles might not want your story, it doesn't mean that they're going to get it. Ellos no se criaron en la esquina like we did. So they're not going to know the jungle, la jungla del cemento del Bronx, or they're not going to understand the beauty of our complicated family that we call tias, people that are not our tias. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying that with all transparency, because I want you to know that that's what happens when you're a writer. Then you have to defend each word you wrote on that paper. Mm-hmm. So be ready for it, because that's how you know you love you. when you defend everything that you shared with the world. And I am so proud of you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Luz Mac is on fire this morning. Woo! That was amazing. So true, so true. And you know, as a now published author, you will see that there's so much that comes with publishing after you publish the book. As I've always tell all my authors, the real work starts after you publish, right? So that was beautiful, Luz. Thank you so much for chiming in and joining us this morning. So Edie, Mervis, you said that you wanted to share a couple of words.
I was gonna go next, but I have to take control of my emotions because the facts that were just dropped by Luz, like I feel like I left Facebook a few years back because I had to do some inner work. I was getting too caught up in stuff, and I feel very much honored to be a part of this forum. I feel like it's no coincidence, Adriana, that you and I met back in 2019. I feel that it was no coincidence that you introduced me to Edie's. When I read Edie's story, really, like Luz said, like the first, second, third page, I was like, oh my God, her story is my story. It's our story. Mm-hmm. And the fact that she wrote it with such fearlessness about the detail that she put in, it had me intrigued. And I want to, like, where's the rest? I want to just keep going. And like, I didn't want to put it down. Mm-hmm. It was just amazing to me to see myself in her journey. Mm-hmm. And to remind me that if she had the courage to do all the things that she did, not just throughout her journey as a single parent and with Taina and what that symbolism was, because I didn't get to know my Puerto Rican history. I was not born in Puerto Rico. I was born in Philadelphia. And I had to do the research to see what the Tainos were. Who were the Tainos? What is this? And the fact that you named her that in honor and respect of that, of what that meant. And I was just intrigued and was saying to myself, it's time to plug back in. Like, this vibe right here, with just a little bit that I've heard, is my tribe. And so I feel a kinship, and like my soul tribe is in this form. I haven't even heard the rest of the speakers yet who are joining. So I'm going to mute myself, Edie, because I had to whip out the tissue box. So I can't wait to see your journey. You're just getting started. And I'm so excited with this authorship that you've like blessed us with, and the world. Everybody needs to hear your story. The people that need to hear your story will find it. And your story will be their survival guide in some ways. And that's something that was shared with me when I was afraid to share my story. And when I shared it, which, you know, it was very eye-opening. When people started saying that, I was like, okay, I did the right thing. I don't care about the naysayers, like Luz said, the people who didn't get it. It's not their story. You have to live it to know it and appreciate it, right? Or you have to have somebody that's close to you that is sharing it with you for you to know that it's real. So thank you all. I'm gonna.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mervis. That was amazing. Do you want to say it?
I would like to say, it's Eileen. Eileen here.
Just want to say
hi to everybody.
One of my babies.
Yes, she's a mom to me. I just want to say congratulations to you and your book launch. I'm very excited to be here. I love you like a mom. And I met Taina and Iris. Taina is my best friend, and I met her through Taina, and she's been a mom figure to me, and this family has been nothing but love and support. We met in New York in the Bronx, and and I'm now living in Florida, so even miles away, they're still there for whatever we need, whatever I need personally, and I love you to death, Mama. Congratulations to you, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for sharing. There's so much love in this call. So much
Can
love.
I share?
Jessica, welcome. Yes, absolutely.
Well, it is great meeting you all, lovely ladies. And I met Taina through Facebook. We connected, of course, over Puerto Rico and real estate. And then I met Iris, and we just clicked. It's so tough because when I moved here from Puerto Rico, one of the things that I had to kind of learn is that people don't hug here, and I'm a hugger. And when I hug Taina and when I hug Iris, it's just like that warm Puerto Rican feeling, and I'm like, these are special people. And I'm so happy. I want to learn more about you. I know a little bit, but I know that there's a whole story there. Congratulations. It
Thank you.
takes pens to do what you're doing. And I can't wait to read the book. Congratulations.
Yay. Thank you, Jessica. Appreciate you. Thanks for chiming in. All right, we have Medium, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I just saw your name. Jean Roman, Venus
Jean-
Orta, Beverly Gonzalez. Who else?
Ernestine.
Ernestine is here as well. So we can take a little pause. And are you ready to read a portion of your?
I was going to say something. Could you hear me?
Oh, Ernestine.
Now
yes,
we can hear you.
You can hear me.
Yes.
I was trying to give everyone else an opportunity because, Iris, what can we say? It's been 20 years that I've known. No, it's more than 20 years.
More than that.
20 years.
Wow.
I'm actually speechless. I took the time this morning to complete most of this reading. And perseverance is just so apropos for this book. I can't even say that I know you. It's beyond. Reading this book, I could not stop. This is where I'm left because I could not put it down because it's not only intriguing, I have questions. And I'm saying to myself, this should be a book in high school and grammar school because there's so many young girls that's out there. But my question is that I'm saying, what would be the Iris that's today when we're dealing with all the anxiety and the depression that I see every day reading these charts, and how would the Iris of today deal with the challenges? Because the challenges when I'm reading this book is so intense, and all the tools that we have today, I'm not sure where that tenacity came from, but that's what you have. That 17-year-old girl that took, it's like you lived a lifetime and your journey is still not even complete. But it's mesmerizing. I'm just like so proud of you.
Thank you so much. Ernestine is my dearest friend from we're nurses from way back.
And for me to be doing this because I'm not on any social media, but you know that you are so important to me. But this book is really your first, and it's not going to be your last. So congratulations, my dear friend, and I'm sending you lots and lots of hugs.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I felt that. That's beautiful. Thank you, Ernestine, for sharing that.
She's still a nurse. All right, Ernestine, I gotta get another tissue box.
Let me unmute myself.
All right.
Wow, that's amazing.
Thank you so much, Ali.
Yeah, who else would like to chime in before Edie reads a portion of one of her chapters?
Venus.
We have Venus. Oh,
you might want to unmute yourself. You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
There we go. I had to find a private corner. Sorry, my hair looks crazy, guys. It's Saturday.
Another one of my babies.
I don't know where to start. And I didn't want to go right away, but I felt inclined to. I've known Tina since I was 13. We went to Catholic school together in the Bronx. And Ma has taken me in like a little stray and loved me and nurtured me and helped heal me, especially during this past year, which has been the most devastating and difficult year of my life. I don't know where I would be without you guys. You don't know how you've saved me, how you've loved me, how you've nurtured me, how you've healed me. And for you to have the courage to write a book and to tell your story and so many of our stories, and to make a point of you can get through anything. and you can do anything and you can be anything in the face of any type of adversity is amazing. And to say that I'm proud to know you, proud to call you family, proud that you love me, and that you've given me such a wonderful friend. I'm forever, forever indebted to you.
Love you.
I love you, and I'm so proud of you. Congratulations.
Oh my God. That's beautiful. Thank you, Venus. Thank you so much. That was so deep and beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me just take a moment. Okay.
Venus, thank you, Venus. Thank you for making us all cry, Venus. I love you.
Even my publisher's crying.
I'm sorry. I'm
beauty of-
sorry, guys. I love you.
It's the beauty. Never underestimate the power of sharing your story, whether it's through a book form or, you know, just sharing it on social or sharing it in a letter or sharing it in an email. Never underestimate the power of sharing your true authentic self, because as you can see, that it ripples, and you may think that people are not listening, you may think people are not watching, but people are, and people are getting impacted at a very deep level, at a very soul level. And so that's why I love what I do, because I know that if I can help a writer showcase their book to the world, there will be people that will be transformed. And I believe that, as you can hear everybody just sharing and chiming in, that this is a powerful story, and this is a powerful woman that I deeply admire. And I know that she thinks that I've been coaching her, but in reality, she's been coaching me.
Oh.
You know, because I don't know. I think it happens with people who are humble, that they don't really realize just how amazing they are. And that's what makes them amazing, that they're not aware of that. And trust you me when I tell you that our conversations have been amazing every time that we do connect. And, you know, the fact that even though it's not a coaching call or whatnot, that I can text you and say, hey, this is what's going on, or hey, did you look at this? And so I trust you throughout the process, and just admire you from the bottom of my heart. So
the feeling is mutual.
thank you. Thank you. Is there anybody else who would like to chime in right now before she reads her chapter, and then we can wrap up at the very end with anybody who would like to share anything else? I'll give everybody just a couple of seconds to unmute. Oh, Dr. Pauline, yes.
Hello.
Hi to everybody. Hello, Iris. I haven't had the privilege of reading your book yet, but I love the title because I think perseverance is very close to my heart. I was writing a post the other day about peas because of my name, Pauline, and perseverance is definitely one of them, along with passion and purpose and perfection. And I think what we've got here is a perfect scenario of love, and that's what's so beautiful. So I'm looking forward to reading your book and also to hearing a couple of items from it. So absolutely fantastic. Congratulations. And wonderful to be here with all of you. And you, Adriana, you're amazing. So thank you.
Yes, Adriana, you are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Pauline is one of our published authors as well. And she's got an incredible book out there. And she just launched her French version, and we're working on her Spanish version as well. So thank you so much for joining us and supporting our new author.
Dr. Pauline, hey, I just, I think it's amazing that you're here in this forum helping to support what Iris is doing, Edis is doing. I want to just let you know that I was equally as grateful when you joined my Vegas book release party, and I was very, very, like, I think it's amazing. Everybody, I feel like when they say allies, the fact that Dr. Pauline is here, that's an ally, and we all need as much allies as possible. So it was nice to see her face and to see her on there supporting what we're doing. So
thank you.
Thank you. Edis, we got a good one over here too.
Thank you. Yeah, I just have a short little snippet from the beginning of the book. I didn't even do the whole chapter because you can read it when you purchase it. At 18, I was married to a man who was desperate to bail on our marriage before we even hit our second anniversary. Can you imagine the panic and fear that set in? I was terrified of being left alone to raise my child without a job, or even a high school diploma. It was an emotional roller coaster, to say the least. There were so many red flags I missed with him. Looking back, it's as clear as day. Even his mother warned me on our wedding day, saying, "Oh, you know what a liar he is." I remember being offended, thinking, how can a mother say that about her own son? But now, older and wiser, I realize she knew him better than anyone. Mothers have an uncanny ability to see through the fallacies we sometimes fall for. Thankfully, there was a ray of light in my life during those times. My best friend from high school, Corey, was my rock. We were like two peas in a pod. When he came home on breaks from college, he stayed with me, even helping financially. He was caring, compassionate, and supportive. I couldn't have asked for a better friend. And you'll have to read the book for the rest of it.
Nice. That's captivating. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. One of the things that I liked as I was reading through your chapters is that you are a true writer in the sense that you pay attention to the detail and the storyline, and you get the reader inside the story, and there's all these different types. If you're in the publishing industry, you'll realize that there's all these different types of writers. So I tend to be a writer that, I write like leadership books, and I'm more strategic about how I write. But you are from a story writing perspective. You're a storyteller. And there's like these little details that you put in there in words, and the sentence, even the way you do your sentence structure, you're sharing like the moments that really matter, and so I admire you for that, because it's a craft, and it's something that, that some people have and others don't. You can learn it, but it takes a lot of years. And so you've mastered that, I believe, in this memoir and in this manuscript. So I congratulate you for that. We
Thank
would
you.
love
I have
to.
to thank you. I have to thank you because I started all of this writing when I retired in 2020. And my first published writing, was my story in the second volume of the Latinas 100. And one of the tools that you had given us was that little how to craft the story.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I use that for everything, not only
Wow.
but all the little stories and stories that I've submitted for publication. That's how it all comes together. I just use my words and then put it into that format. So I have to thank you, because that was the best tool I ever got.
I had no idea. That's amazing. Yes, that's the like a one-pager tool that I give to the writers so they can format their stories. I had no idea. Thank you for sharing that. That's incredible. Yes. So what an impact. I love hearing everybody share. Is there anybody else before we close out that would like to share? Let's hear.
I have a question for you, Edie, and only because I think, like, I'm very intrigued. Was there any point when you started writing your story that you had to stop because you were reliving these moments, that you were like, maybe I shouldn't write this, or maybe I should heal myself before I write this? I'm just curious, because so much bravery takes into putting these pages together. So
It took a lot. It took a lot, because I started writing the memoir as soon as I retired in 2020. And then I took these little breaks and I learned the craft with Adriana and Latinas 100. And I used to take breaks. And I mentioned that at the end of the book. I had to take some breaks. I had to take, sometimes it was weeks. And I would do other things related to writing, but some things were really, really hard to relive. But I felt that I needed to share, because somebody else out there might be going through that or worse, and they need to know that there's a way out. There always is. But yeah, I had to take frequent breaks, and I wrote everything in chunks, and I threw things out, and I put things back together. But certain chapters were really, really, really difficult, and I had to take weeks off. Just I couldn't rewrite it. I couldn't reread it. So yeah, a little challenging sometimes.
Well,
yeah,
thanks for
thank
asking
you.
that question, Luz. Absolutely. That's a great question. I was just watching the chat on the side. So if you're watching, so if you're watching the replay and you're on our YouTube premiere, just you can chat live on the right-hand side. you can go ahead and do that and ask questions as well. And Edie's will answer them for sure when we do that launch. Thank you for all the comments on the side. I don't know if the rest of you can see the chat, but you can type in the question and then we can ask her. Was there anything that surprised you about the publishing process, Edie? And was it harder or easier than you thought?
I think I suspected that it would be difficult and it wouldn't be a piece of cake. But I feel that you've made it easier for me to meet my goals and to actually publish. I've learned so much from you. I really have.
What's one thing that surprised you that you were surprised as you were publishing the book, where you're like, oh, I wasn't expecting that? Is there anything that?
I think the complexity of actually publishing, and the formatting of a book. That I think that's the big one.
Yeah,
No matter how much
we can all attest to that, right? All the published authors that are on this call can attest to the formatting.
That was the hardest part, to put it in a way that, Ali, I see you.
Hi, Alejandra Caro. Let me look through this. So yes, Mervis says, thank you, Edie, for reminding us that we're not alone.
Thank you for your kind words.
Ernestine, amazing work. I'm truly proud of you, Edie. I'm also extremely proud of Taina. Love you both, she says. Thank you for all the comments. All right, I think I saw somebody else raise their hand. They wanted to chime in and say something. Oh, Edie Snetty.
Hi. I just want to say, Edie, thank you for inviting me. I haven't had the privilege of personally hugging you and meeting you in person.
We've hugged over the internet.
Yes, but you have been one of those constant people. When I started 4 years ago, I left my full-time HR. Luz Mack, who's here, she's been in this journey with me since the beginning also, to start this whole new journey of founding Descubre tu Historia, becoming a genealogist to help us, Latinos, Latinas, connect to our stories, start having our families finally talk about the hard things, our truths. And you've been there from the beginning. I want you to know that you're one of those names that comes up. You're one of those people that when I see your messages, it just reassures me. Okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yes.
And that's what you've been to me. And I'm so excited to read this book. I already started reading it and it does capture me right away. So I know I'm going to read the whole thing today.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's just for your bravery, for encouraging more of us to be putting our stories out there. So our community starts to learn that talking about the hard things is the way to heal. That's where the healing is, in our wounds, and that's where it begins. And you're just truly inspiring. Thank you.
Love it. Beautiful. I love this. Yeah, I love that our healing starts with sharing. Absolutely. Medium, hey.
Hi, everyone. I wanted to say that I am like so in love with the cover. As somebody who works in the transportation industry, it just reminds me of going over the bridge, the GWB, the George Washington Bridge, every day. I did that for a whole year, and that was a real pivotal moment in my career. And I just want to say, congratulations to you. Hearing everything that everybody has said, I've had my couple pieces of tissue here over just thinking about everything that's being said. And as a person who was also a single mom, for a young single mom, by 21 I had 3 kids, and so just understanding what you went through, I can't wait until I can read the rest of the book and see how our connections, I'm pretty sure I'm going to find many of them. So I can't wait to see how you get through it. And then hopefully we can share one day, and talk about maybe what I went through and how I got through it too. So I can't wait to read it.
And write your own.
Congratulations.
Yes, Medium. She is writing her own book right now. In fact, she's one of our newest authors. So, and I would love to introduce you absolutely when I'm in New York in the next few months, because you guys are on that side of the country. So, would love to meet up with both of you and make that connection. Thank you so much for your support, Medium. Totally appreciate you. All right, I know I saw somebody else. There's a little hand in the bottom if you want to do the reaction and. Okay. I have one more comment here on the side, Ellie.
I just saw it. I'm nervous. You're making me crack up. Thank you. That way I can get the tissue.
Okay, who do we have here? PBD.
Yes, my name is Paul. I've known Iris. Hello to everyone. I've known Iris. I'm gonna go a little personal here because you're all being very kind of professional and writer and all that. That's great and that's wonderful. I've known Iris since 1998, and I just want to say that she is a truly courageous woman. All the battles that she had to fight, the racism, the sexism, it just amazing, and not to mention the battles that she had with domestic violence, literal battles. And somebody mentioned tenacity, and the first thing that I thought, especially regarding Iris, is tenacity is genetic; it's not learned. And if anything, she's demonstrated courage and tenacity throughout her whole life, and I like to say I helped her with some of that, and I'm proud of you. I didn't have to read this book because I heard it all through the years, and that's what I think is another
The Audible version.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like we would sit and talk, and I heard all this, but what I'm impressed with is that she had the courage to commit it to paper. It's one thing for you to have that internal family history, and you've lived it and you've internalized it and you share with a certain few as an oral history tradition. Okay, but she's put that on paper, and now it's going to be on the internet, so it's really forever.
Not only the Library of Congress,
right?
Ever, right?
So that's it. Just demonstrates. And Iris used to say to me, she would share these experiences with me, and then she'd say, and I was crying because I couldn't believe it. And then, but at the same time that she's crying, the wheels are spinning, and she has this ability through any situation. She could be crying, she could be distraught, she could be upset, but she's planning the next move, even in the throes of great emotion and great turmoil. And I never forgot that, and I'm so
for
proud
mentioning that. That's actually in the book in several places.
that you put it on paper, and good for you, and I'm glad that I'm part of your life.
Thank you.
And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Paul.
You're welcome.
Nice meeting you. This is wonderful. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, somebody's playing music in the background. So, Edie, do you want to go ahead and say the final words, and we can go ahead and wrap it up? If anybody wants to just mention anything or ask a question, now is your time.
Dean, are you still there?
So go for it, Edie's. I'm going to go ahead and highlight you here.
Okay. Well, what can I say? I'm so overwhelmed with all the love. I really feel the love. Thank you so much, every one of you. Thank you for being here, for supporting me. And I hope that I can really help somebody with my stories. I'm just an ordinary New Rican, I'm not anything. I'm not a big celebrity, and I can't tout that. But I really am so emotional about how it's been received, and I receive back the love. Thank you all, every one of you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Edie's.
I hope you'll buy it as soon as it comes out.
Yes. So again, thank you everyone for showing up and honoring Edie's and her new book and her accomplishment and her bravery to share this beautiful story. And, you know, when she, right now, when she said, you know, I'm just an ordinary person and I'm no big deal, I beg to differ, because she is an extraordinary human being that accomplished extraordinary things at a time when she was completely alone and had no support from, you know, in her industry. And so I do want to say that there is nothing ordinary about you. And it was just such a privilege to, go on this journey with you and share with you, and just, it was such an honor and privilege. And I just love you dearly. I hope that we get to be friends for a very long time. And
I'm sure we will.
yes, and when I head out to New York, girl, it's on when we do the book signings at Barnes and Nobles, and we, you know, do all that fun stuff and do our photo shoots, and it's just going to be amazing from now on. And as you know, after you publish a book, the work really starts. For those of you who joined us today, I am forever grateful that you are supporting not only this wonderful author and writer, but that you are supporting the work at RMPS Studio and our authors, and for all the authors that showed up today. There's so many authors here. Dr. Pauline, Mervis, Medium, Luz Mac. Oh my goodness. Like, I just appreciate all the support from our authorship community. And I love you all. Thank you so much for showing up. Would love for you guys to join us February 20th on the YouTube premiere, where Edie and myself and a lot of other authors will be live on chat with the YouTube premiere as we showcase this particular private book launch. And again, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Go ahead and, you know, let's celebrate Edie's, and I look forward to seeing you guys on February 20th. Okay. Thank you
That's
all.
birthday, so that's my birthday present from you.
Yes, that's right. That's your birthday on that day. Congratulations, Edie's.
Thank you so much, every one of you. Love you.
Congratulations, my. Love you so much.
Love you.
Can you hear me?
Gene?
Hey, there's somebody
Gene, you're
there.
there.
Oh,
Gene, there you
yes.
are.
Congratulations, Edie.
Listen, I
Yes.
just want to say I've listened to all of you are incredible. I'm not much of a speaker. I don't speak much. I
He's a
take a lot of
photographer.
photographs, but I don't speak much. But I do know that as far as images that I take, and she's a writer, and you know, to be able to write is something I've always would have liked to do, but I'm just not able to express myself. So you got to forgive me. But in one sense, I don't know what to say, in the sense that I do love her. She's always been in my life. And I do know the moment that me and her actually broke a barrier, because her brother was one of my best friends. And I remember her struggling. We were in LIU. This is years back. I don't even want to number myself, but
You're in
but
that
you know,
chapter.
but she, you know, she took a moment, and we were in school, and she tried to bring the Latinos all together. And I remember they organized this dance, and me and her discussed it many times. And you know, it was very difficult to her. She was working very hard to get all the Latinos together and everything, to get them all in one place. And we had to dance. And she told me, and I said, yes, I will come. And for some reason, you know, a lot of people were there, but there wasn't Nancy or nothing. And me and her just, I don't know how we even started, but we just got together. We started dancing. And next thing you know, we were spread Astaire all over the floor. All night. We had such a
That's
great
my Fred
time.
Astaire of the hustle.
Yep. And that moment, she wasn't my friend's sister. She was my friend.
Oh.
And I love you, and I can't wait to read your book. But I'm gonna have to take a moment because I was there for some of those moments.
Yes, you were.
So I kind of like preparing myself for this, you know. But I love you again, and I hope, well, I got to see you soon. I mean, you owe me. I owe you. We're supposed to get together. So
That's true.
putting it out there. I'm putting it out there. Love you again, and it was great listening to all of you. And like I said, I'm not a writer. I'm not even much of a speaker, but thanks again, and thank you for giving me a little moment.
He's in the book. He's the dancer that saved me.
Wow.
Great.
Jeez.
That's what I'm known for.
But I didn't
that.
put his name. I didn't put
Ave
anybody.
Maria. All right. Well, listen.
Thank you, Jean. That was beautiful.
No
that was
problem.
so
Mira,
amazing.
pa'lante.
Pa'lante pa siempre.
Pa'lante,
That's
pa'lante.
right.
Oh, I
All
love
right.
it.
Thanks again.
Woo! This is tomorrow. This is like the best book launch ever.
I'm really feeling the love.
This is wild. Wow. Thank you, Jean. Woo. This is incredible. I want to hear that story eventually about you. Yeah, I'll talk to you later about that, but that's amazing. Thank you so much. All right. Well, this concludes our book launch. Thank you. Oh, Dr. Pauline, what final words? Oh, you're still on mute. Yeah, there we go.
I was saying we have to all get together this year and dance.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
We got to bring back the hustle.
Yeah, we know a great place here in Vegas every Thursday night. Salsa dancing.
I'll take you, Ma. Let's go. Las Vegas, here we come.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I just want to give a shout out to my editor who couldn't be here today, Adasa. I miss her, and she's also been very instrumental. We met through the Latinas 100, and she just put out another fabulous little book. And I'm just so proud to be amongst all of you.
Thank you. Congratulations, Edie. We love you. Everybody, take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Love you, Ma.
Bye.
Bye.